each person. I don't necessarily have an idea for Lynxanna, which might be why we want to start on her, just so that we can kind of figure that out. But yeah, I don't know if the chat has an opinion on who we want to work on today. I don't really care. These are our options. We have Mai, we have Rhiannon, or we have Lynxanna. I'm realizing I should probably close up on her. She's also the oldest art, too, which could be kind of fun to redraw that. But yeah, so we have Lynxanna, we have Rhiannon, and we have Mai. I don't know how to do a poll, or I would do a poll. Alas, I'm dumb. Stream info, clip that. I like Mai, but Lynxanna is the one you started, so it might feel good to continue that. Well, that's fair. How do you do a poll? I don't know. This is not for me to figure out now. Bart doesn't like to finish things, so I vote the first one. Hey. 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 I'm being assassinated in this chat. I'm being assassinated. I'm being assassinated. Woo! Alright. 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 Okay. Alright. Okay. Somebody. Alright, just for that, we're gonna do this one then, because now I'm obstinate. Alright, okay. Okay. Alright, I'm good. And I didn't, like, cry laugh a little bit. I'm normal. Okay! We're gonna work on Lynxanna. No, it's not bullying. It's not bullying, I'm obstinate. It's not bullying, I wanted to do this. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, let me close stuff so my computer doesn't scream. Alright, Mai, we'll come back to you eventually. Hold on. You'll be next. You'll be next. We'll do you next. Okay, okay. Alright. Damn it! Okay, we gotta get music then. Alright, we'll play Mai's playlist, or Lynxanna's playlist. Not Mai's. Not Mai's, that's crazy. Not Mai's, that's crazy. It's not bullying! I chose this thug life. It's not bullying, I chose this. You guys can't say I got bullied. Alright, here. There's somewhere to hide. I didn't get bullied. Alright, there's our inspo art, or the original art, if we need a refresher. Here's... You know, it's probably good we work on this one, actually, because I have all the stuff already set up. So this was art from 20... I think that says 13, but I want it to be 15, because it feels better. Yeah, feels better. Itchy eye. So, this is Lynxanna. Welcome. Hello. Hi, Lynxanna. You're beautiful. She was set in Thundercats world, specifically like 2010's Thundercats show that came out. Great show, by the way. Highly recommend. If you've not seen it, you should. I don't know where you can watch it. I think Amazon. If you want to give Bozois some money, you don't have to, but you could. That's sketch. Usually I have like stuff to say about characters. Let's see. In the story, man, my eyebrows are so aggressive sometimes. It's like if I don't do anything, they just stay down here. Sketch over. Sorry, just getting my layers set up. In the story we were working on, or we were creating, we were making a... Of course there's an ad coming right when I'm talking. Ad break coming in 2 minutes, 50 seconds. I do a 3-minute ad once every hour, just so that there aren't ads every 5 seconds. If you don't want an ad, you can subscribe, but you do not have to. It is not required. You'll just see me in 3 minutes. Don't worry, we won't be doing anything much more exciting than talking and drawing. So you're good, you're good, you're good. Also, I think I finally figured out how I like this setup so you guys can actually see what I'm working on. I watched Stream Back last time. Looks like it's on Hulu, Disney+. Okay, so if you want to watch Thundercats, it's on Hulu or Disney+. Thank you, Alhan. But I watched Stream Back last time and realized...
Don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure. Make me want to dribble, dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat. You really have to see it.
Recipes. Thanks for the sub. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub to First Main 913. God, what are you, Scrooge McDuck? This is crazy. Thank you very much. All right, so no ads for the subscribers, so guess the 3 of you are good to go. Woo! So... Also, we're 8 out of 10 to our sub goal. Wow. That's crazy. It gives me a lot of information, and I get really confused by it. I gotta figure out how to use this thing I use sometimes. Anyway, back to the story. Hello, jiggle, 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 jiggle. I need keys on the screen so I can like keep myself invested in what I'm talking about. So, our game was gonna be set in like the before times of the Thundercats show that you watch. So like, not to get too into the lore of Thundercats, but I don't know if you watched the original show from the 80s, but the basic idea was that Thundercats were cat race from space who came to Earth, and there was a guy named Mumra who was the bad guy. I don't remember why he was a mummy. I don't believe it's relevant to what I'm talking about. Anyway, you cut to the 2010 show-ish, and it's like Mumra had all the Thundercat. I don't remember what their race is, so they're Thundercats. Basically, the entirety of these cats were under his... They were slaves. They were slaves. All the animal species were slaves in some way, shape, or form, because there's a bunch of different animal species. They were all under his wing, and they ended up, like, rioting and rebelling, and the leader of the rebellion was a lion cat creature. That's why Lion-O, or the lions, are like the head of the world. They're like the kings of the world, because of course they're lions. They're kings of the... Anyway, so ours was set like a little after the crash landing on what is Earth and Mumra being off in a distance, but now it was like political intrigue because the lions were the rulers, but the tigers who were bad. It doesn't matter. You don't need all that. You don't need all that. I don't think you need that. Maybe you do. You probably not gonna get it here. I don't know where you're gonna get it. Not here. Anyway, so my character was once a noble lady, but life got complicated and she ended up being blind. Like she had a degenerative eye condition, and that made her not hospitable. She also lied about it. She was working really hard to like learn how to be blind without looking blind. So when it was found out that she was no longer viable, she was cast out, and so then she lived in like the slums as a bard, which is such a like Disney princess-esque storyline, but you know, do what I can. So that was the original story for her, and then we had like intrigue and stuff like that. We didn't really ever get that into it, but now I'm trying to figure out like what kind of... Sorry, I have to look at how ears are in Clauderon's. They're up on the top of the head. That's crazy. I usually put them on the side, so this is... Okay. They have them, like, up at the top? Like that? Like that? Huh. Like that. Huh. But she's got little tufties. I gotta go look at a picture. 2 seconds. I might screenshot another thing from their website. NeonRPG.com. There it is. Where is the beautiful Clauderon woman? Okay, alright. See, now, Windows screenshot. There we go. Couldn't figure that out for a minute. Yeah, here's beautiful woman, alright? Beautiful woman. Don't yell at me. Beautiful woman. Hello, beautiful. I'm gonna put it here. Boop. Le boop. Le boop. Le boop. Le boop. So, like, beautiful Clauderon woman. And she has, like, bushy ears. So... But they are at the top of the head still. And they also have big, boofy tails. But Lynxanna's a lynx, obviously, so she has a little tiny tail. But so we can do kind of bushy. They just have to sit at the top of the head. Okay, this makes sense to me. I'm back in it again. I'm screaming. I'm in my cage. I don't know where I am, what I'm doing, or who I'm doing it with. Let's do this. We'll make the sketch a little smaller. Just so I can have a little more room for the ears. Yeah, just so I got a little more room to dink noodle around up there. Alright. Clip paint. There you go. Now we can dink noodle a little more. So if their ears are kind of up, I should do this actually. Hold on. Can you tell that I'm very unprepared? Let's do this. So I have a little reference. A little reference. So that's our goal. This beautiful. So if the ears sit there... So we'll do like... Or do I want her facing forward? I think I want her facing forward because I can do better on faces that way. So let's do... Oh, that's a small eraser. We don't need that right now. Okay. So let's focus on just her head. And just getting the shape the way we want it. Well, you can tell I haven't practiced yet. I also haven't warmed up today, so the first couple of minutes are going to be kind of questionable, but we'll get her done. You know the one thing I really like about Neon Odyssey for sure right now, not to be like evangelical about my love for it, I love the design of everything. Like, last night watching they did a Gundam show called Waltz for Eternity. And the, like, intro to the, like, art for the characters, to the art for the Gundams was so 80s, and it was awesome. I freaking loved it. It was very cool. Just want to let you know I'll be multitasking, listening to Bard in one ear, attending a meeting in the other while still doing my work. This could get interesting. Good luck. Good luck, first mate. We're all counting on you. You can just mute me. You can mute me. You can ignore me. I'll be good, I promise. You won't miss anything. But so, I love the design of, like, the 80s vibe of it all. Why? Alright, well, you know, I guess you don't have to. That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. That's so great. My first Gundam movie was Endless Waltz. Yes, see? So you get it. You get it. So it's like, it's so good. Where the frick are these ears gonna sit? We have to make some decisions right now, right? I think here, hold on, let's do... So I don't have to think too hard about this. We're going to just put her right down the middle. I don't want to think too hard. So if ears sit on the sides but up, so maybe they sit like this. Maybe here's the plan. Like this. And then like this. That makes sense to us. To me, that makes sense. And then she's Lynx, so she's got the little... I think they're a little big, but I don't hate that. But yeah, like I've... Also, with the new... Here's another quick little promo for Neon RPG. Becoming VIP unlocks a ton of stuff. I almost said a bad word. A ton of stuff they can put in the books because they were like, listen, if nobody really wants it, we're not going to work that hard on it. But because yesterday they hit 15k VIPs, they actually finally unlocked like Gundams mechs in the books. So like they are going to officially write out like the big rules for how to use mechs in fighting and stuff like that. And it's just cool. It's just neat. It's so exciting. I think those ears are too... No, they're not, because they're not tall. It feels like they're not too tall. Are they? Compared to the picture, they're not. Hold on, using my fingers. Well, actually, I'll do it on here. There you go. If that's the length of the head, roughly. No, they're about the length of the head. Okay, well, flick me then, I guess. Okay, so then, quick math. Technically, my ears are shorter, but we're going to go with that. That feels about as big as I'm comfortable with. Do you know what I mean? I fear if I go too much bigger, I'm going to regret something. So we'll leave it there for now, and we'll leave the face there for now while we get the body kind of sorted. Wah. Wah. I also think I need to make her a little more broad-shouldered, because I didn't broad... What? Huh? I don't know what I just said, but here, we'll grab your shoulders and here, and we'll broad you out a scooch. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm moving, but I go nowhere, and I know that everyone gets scared. I become what I can't be. I think we're gonna use this. Maybe that'll work. A little bit that way. Like that. Yes. Oh! No, you go back. You're fine. Yes. Try that. Noodling. Although I really like her long neck. So we might move this a scooch down. Just a scooch. Or move her head up. Hold on, I gotta do math quick again. Math. Okay. I've finally realized what's going on. What is my problem, you see? Problem is, I don't have enough room on this page for her body. I think I finally figured it out. I think she is too short, still in the torso, for these big leggings. And we gotta fix that problem. Well, we don't have to, but we're gonna. We shall. 'Tis imperative, you see. Alone without love. What happened? Lover alone without love. So let's do this. So we're just moving stuff. Talk amongst yourselves. And push this down. Askew. Ouch. And actually, we can make it a little bigger again. Just a little. Just a little. Let's not get crazy with the cheese whiz. Like, there. Like, ooh! Too much. Back that up. Back that soldier boy up. Back that dun-ta-dun. Yeah. I like it there. So we'll do that, and then we're going to move the head up a little. Okay, can you load? Thank you. Bliss. So then if we move the head up just a wee bit, how much room do we need to get to ankle and leg? Whoa, we actually need a fair amount of movement. How did I do this? By my account, we got to go, like, here. That ain't it. Maybe that isn't. Hold on. Happen, lover alone without love. Okay, you know what? Actually, this can be... We can do this. I believe in us. And I'll tell you why. I don't know, but I have a good feeling, you know? Without love, music is worthless unless it can make a complete stranger break down. I'm not gonna hit the note. I don't need to do that to you guys. Put it like there. I think this might finally have fixed our problems that we've been having with this body. Maybe, you know what? This is just proof that sometimes you need to just look away for a little while from a project and then come back with them fresh eyeballs. Oh, yeah. I think that definitely fixed it. Now our... And here, I will talk through what I was trying to fix for a minute here. The problem was the original one, which is the length of this to here, did not match the length of this to here. Those are two measurements that are not the same, I don't believe. Find out in a minute. Yeah, not by a while. That's pretty different. So, quick lesson. We did this last time, but we'll do another one. How... And it depends on who you are, and obviously people's bodies are different, sizes are different, all that jazz. Your torso, so from top of head to bottom of crotch, roughly should be the same length as, and this is subject to change, normal people, it should be, or normal people, average, there's no such thing as normal, but average length of torso to top of head should be the length of your hip joint down to like the bottom of your feet. I do from hip joint to ankle because I like just the slight extra length to somebody. I think that's just a little extra, makes it nice. So as you can see here, our hip was like a whole head tall. So like our legs are an extra head tall, which is the measurement you usually use to measure bodies. And that, my friend, is not, that doesn't work. So we have now fixed it. So now new size is hip, ankle, which we will turn. So that is our hip, ankle. And then our head is now head, quatch. Oh yeah, I gotta do this first. So it won't probably be quite perfect, but it is definitely better. You know what I mean? And plus, if you've added this, it's way better. So that will do for now. I am happy with that overall, I think. Still might move her head a little bit. Nah, it's okay. So there you go. Quick art lesson that no one asked for. But now that we have that going, we can actually, we can draw out this body and feel a little more like, oh yeah, that makes way more sense. And we also padded out the shoulders a little bit. Not a lot, but enough. And I'm going to pad them out even further. Because once again, another math. How it's supposed to work. I don't necessarily do it every time. If you were staring straight on at this body, the width of the head... That's not the width of the head. But the width of the head should roughly be... God! Should roughly be the width of the shoulders on, like, either side. That's, obviously, I draw really cartoonishly, so the head's a little bigger than normal. But that's, like, a rough measurement. But so having them like super close like I did, that's not gonna work. That's gonna make the head look way too big, and then the head's gonna flop off, or it's gonna look like it can flop off. So we're gonna pad out the shoulders a little bit. So let's do that. To star only shining when I'm alone, and so I tell myself that I'll be strong. Trying to think of like a story for her in this world. I don't have one yet. I mean, obviously I don't know a lot about the world, so it's not really gonna, I'm not gonna immediately know something. I like the idea of her either being like a club performer, because I mean nightclubs are a big thing in this world, or something. Or something really is, you know. Yeah. Or something, but I bet. Oh, yeah, we already like that. Now, originally I drew her really bound up, like she was really bottom heavy. I don't know. Let's just give her, like, a medium chest as of right now. Nothing like, aggressive, but just something, so it's there. We'll do that, just so we can kind of see how how it hangs. You gonna go there? It's that awkward moment when you gotta remember how, like, boobins sit. And you never remember. That's gonna work for now. Do this. And then you... I gotta remember, I didn't draw her bigger. I drew her kind of lithe. I've been really big into drawing, like, big bodies, so, like... And then, like, I love drawing, like, rolls and stuff, because... I don't know, they're cutie, but she's kind of lithe. I have to remember that. I say, as I almost started drawing. It's fine. Let's kind of go like that. Maybe this would be better. Yeah, don't give it an extra roll, but just kind of... Whoop, whoop. Goes as a trip and the roadmap leads you. And if you're thinking to yourself, my bard, this playlist sounds like it was made in like 2013. Yes. You're very wise. How perceptive of you. Most of this song is from her original playlist that I still have, and not only do I still have it on my original iPod, so yes, God. That's how I built it. I had to go find it. Take it slow, but before I go and hit... That looks crazy. She looks too bent over. She's too, like, bending that way. My, I don't like that. Not one bit. No, no. Let's do a little... See if we can kind of tip her back. Tip her gore? No, just tip her back. We got the puppet warp. Just ready to shine. It's just a matter of time before we learn how to fly. Welcome to the rhythm of the night. Now, I am realizing these pieces won't come with, but we're just going to kind of... You know, actually, I should do. Let's do this, and then let's just grab here. And we'll fix from here. Oh. That's already better. We're gonna have to do some fixing. Gonna have to do some adjustments. Not impossible. Not at all. By the way, if you don't know what this tool is, it's the Puppet Warp tool in Clip Paint Studio. I almost said Paint Tool Side. I'm like, that's not the right one. Right idea. Okay. Hey, you guys gotta move too. You're a part of this situation. Ish. There we go. See, that looks better to me. Obviously, her head's not in the right spot, but that's, you know, easy fix, easy fix. Seat taken. Congratulations. This will probably help with the height, too. Oh, yeah, much better. Yeah, so, like, that's where her shoulders were, and now we're over here. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Does that fix our height problem, too? I think so. Oh, much better. She still could stand to be a little... Well, she could stand to be a little taller. And then we could even take this, and she could scooch up a little more so we don't feel so cramped here. Let's do that. Cover up. You left me, oh. My heart, my pain is so rough. You left me. Do 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 do. Anyway, I hope you all are having great work days. Getting stuff done, or if you're not, I hope that's good too, and that you're having a good time not getting stuff done, you know. So being broken was open, and now your missus. Yeah. Chance of being open was broken, that's the line. My words, they don't come out right, but I'll try to say I'm happy for you. I think I'm gonna take that drive. I want to give you something that I've been wanting to give to you for years. My heart. Great song. Finished my late lunch, now getting back to the swing of it. That a boy. Lads. Way to go, Alhan. I can't get back to work. I can never take this back, but now I can't. Lunch is a good idea. I should go grab a sandwich. BRB. Yes, Carissa bees. Fuel yourself. And while you're fueling yourself, remind that other bees that you know to fuel themselves as well if they haven't. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I can't change your mind. Oh, I already like this better. Guys, it's proof that you just have to not look at something and not complete it for a while. See, there's a reason why I didn't finish. If I say that, then it makes it, then it's fine then. Sorry, I had to have a sip. I highly recommend you also hydrate out there in the world. Okay, we are going to do some silly things real quick. Boobs are eluding me right now, and I gotta draw some teardrops here so I can get the shape. Because I think I want it like that, right? You can't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. Yeah, I will too. I mean, I guess, whatever, don't eat, or don't drink water, I don't care. Friggin' die first, I guess. I don't know. Flick, dude, flick. Don't die first, though. That would be sad. Is that kind of what I want? Okay, the problem with... Okay, I really struggle with chests sometimes, especially littler ones, which is so funny because I like drawing them. I think that makes sense. Yes, it's better anyway. It will work. We'll make it lighter. We're going to get rid of this so I can... Well, we can't completely get rid of it. I do need some of it. There. We'll go like that. Is this my new layer? Here's another idea if anybody wants to do art. Don't draw everything in the same color constantly. You're going to get lost. I get lost pretty regularly in my own art because I'm like, what is that color? So here. My chest will now be green for now so I can see what I'm doing. So I see what I actually meant to do. Because then... that goes like that. That makes more sense to me. And then we can even put a little crease there. And then we'll let it go helplessly sky high and sugar rushing. Don't stop. I must be dreaming. Oh, we're onto something. I also will say too, if people get bored of my music, which I don't know how you could, but if you do, we can always swap to other playlists. Trust me, we have plenty to look at or listen to. I don't know why we have so many. I do. But, you know. I have a plethora. Euphoria. Keep singing. Alright, I will. I did listen back to the last stream. I thought it was very funny. Excuse me, nose itch. So I have a thing on my... Because, fun fact... you're not technically supposed to sing on Twitch. You'll get in trouble. I have to make her chest a little wider, I've realized. Because, you know, copyrights and stuff like that. But there is a way to get around that, which is what I do. Which is you, in my, the streaming program I use called OBS, you can turn off different audio so that, like, when it's actually recording it to Twitch, it will turn off, like, a... certain audio for you. So when it's recorded and people watch it back, they can't hear the audio. So I actually have my music muted. So when it is being recorded, it doesn't record the music, which is awesome. that does mean that when you now watch back the last stream, sometimes I just break out into song with no music in the background. And it's kind of crazy. Fun, but crazy. So that's cool. I think that makes more sense. Where'd the boobin go? If it make it a little bigger. I think that's also my problem, is that I've had the chest was a little... I'm making a motion, but you can't see it. But like her shoulders are pushed really forward, and so that made the front of her chest really small. And I want her to stand proud. That was one thing I always liked about her, was that even being, you know, cast aside, she still was incredibly proud of herself and who she was. So I want to keep that in this iteration of her. This wasn't even her song. You're alone, you're on your own, so what? Have you gone blind? Have you forgotten what you have and what is yours? This looked crazy, but it's just because I liked the shape, so we're just going to do this and then... Glass half empty, glass half full, well, either way, you won't be going thirsty. Count your blessings, not your flaws. I also wonder if there will come a time when, and this is me being really like, I'm an incredible singer. I'm not like the world's greatest singer by a long shot. But I do make the joke a lot about getting smooth McGrooved. I do wonder if some people have been smooth McGrooved because they do sound good, like Smooth McGroove. Which I suppose I should explain Smooth McGroove. Smooth McGroove is a singer on YouTube. And he does like covers of songs, and they're usually like a cappella. Not all of them, but most of them are a cappella versions of songs, so like popular songs from video games and things like that. And he has been copyright struck several times because he is so good that sometimes the algorithm or the AI that, you know, scrubs for copyright problems cannot tell that it is his voice and it is, you know, not a re-upload of, you know, whatever song he's working on. So that is why I make the joke of being smooth McGrooved, is because he has been copyright struck, and I always make the joke that I'm going to get copyright struck. I don't think I ever will, but, you know, I guess it's kind of a badge of honor if you are. I can't tell if something is too big. Why is she a problem? Methods in my madness. I think we gotta push her together a little bit more. Your sadness, you don't gain a single thing from misery. Take it from me. You've got it all. You lost your mind in the sound. You're so much more. You can reclaim your crown. You're in control. Rid of the monsters inside your head. Put all your thoughts to bed. You can be king. You've got it all. You lost your mind in the sound. You're so much more. You can reclaim your crown. You're in control. Rid of the monsters inside your head. Put all your faults to bed. Now, Bard, you have to remember, you made these legs big on purpose. So when we get to the end and you're like, why are they so big? I want you to remember we just said that we did this on purpose. And why did we do this? Because she's a lynx, right? And they got big ass peats, right? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I remember that. This is a new song on the playlist. Are we almost to the end of this playlist already? It's not very long anymore. We're going to have to more songs on this. Hold on, let's do a quick ad. Let's add that one. That's a good one. We're just putting vibes on it. You know what I mean? I love this song, though. Bulletproof by LaRue. Great song. Maybe I want it for the line. Is Vanilla Twilight on this? No, it should be. That's a good song. It feels romantic in a childlike way. Alive. There we go. We had like 6 more songs. Just real quick. Me. Oh, right. Because this was a conversation we were having last time, too, about, like, how feet should look. And, of course, they covered her grippers! How am I supposed to know what I'm looking at here? Golly. Okay. Well, it looks like she's in heels, so I can do whatever I want. Okay. Hear me out. If she's blind, I'm going to do my favorite shoe ever that I ever designed ever. And it is a wedge, but the bottom of the foot... There's a puppy outside. The bottom of the foot, like this part, is connected to the ground. Hear me out. Because then she can feel where she's going with, like, her toes better. I did, like, a hand move where my fingertips were really spread out, and then I thought about that being toes, and it did make me queasy. but the idea stands. That I think that's a good idea of, like, well, when she walks, then she can feel better, like, you know, the texture of the ground and things like that, so she can kind of have a better idea of where she's walking. And if she's cat-like, that would stand to reason then that, like, maybe her toes aren't so... They would be a little tougher. Does that make sense? Water, and you tell me... Oh, that's not what toes look like. Ooh, I was just making knuckles. Woof. And knuckles. And I know that... Now, we did count last time, and Thundercats have 5 toes, so... If I'm happy in your hands, but unusually hard to hold on to. So you guessed it. Grippers out. That blank pages, no easy way to say this. You mean well, but you make this hard on me. I'm not gonna write you a love song. Write you. The Pokemon. This isn't Norah Jones, but I just had a remembrance, if you will allow. So, I swear it's, okay, sorry, this will make sense in a minute. I had a playlist that had, like, Norah Jones and Sarah Bareilles songs on it pretty exclusively, because for a while I was very into both of them. So that's how we got to this story. So let's just put that out there. I'm not crazy. Well, okay, anyway. So, Norah Jones. We know Norah Jones, the come away with me in the night lady. I used to sing for, like, state and things like that in high school. I'm sure a lot of people did. One year, I went to state, and you got to audition to do a bunch of solos. And I'm a fairly competent singer, so I decided to say F it and go for it, because why not, you know? YOLO and all that. What I didn't realize was that the other auditionees were going to be in the room as well, which is very nerve-wracking, and not my favorite thing. But it worked out okay, because, I finished singing. I couldn't even tell you the song that we were doing. But everybody left, you know, after we get the, you know, all right, we'll post who gets solos or whatever, you know, in like 20 minutes. So you just wait outside and whatever. And then suddenly, every time I talked to somebody, they would refer to me as Nora, and I got real confused because I didn't recall ever telling anyone my name. But if I did, I definitely didn't say it was Nora. That wasn't the name I thought I would ever change to. I came to find out through a friend of mine that in the audition, the other kids thought I sounded like Norah Jones, and they loved it. And so they began to just refer to me as Nora the entire, 3 days we were there. It was like, whoa, what? Yeah, I just thought that was cute. And I did get the part, by the way. That's not really the point of the story, but I just thought that was really sweet. Which is also wild, too, because I don't think I sound like Norah Jones. That's not one of the singers I would have ever picked. I don't really know who I sound like. Me, I guess, but Norah Jones was not on the list. But I am honored. Anyway, you didn't need all that. I'm not going to write you. Your heart is nowhere in it. I don't want it for a minute, babe. I want this serpentine. There's a reason to write you a love song today. What if we do like that? Let it go down, and then feet are like there. Like that, and then like that. So it'd be like that. I think I like that. And just like that, it seems like we've actually figured out a skeleton, which is crazy, because that was not for certain. You ever listen to yourself? You're just like, what? I am realizing her arm's too long. We can fix that real easy, though. We'll just cut it there, and we'll push her up. That should be right now. Yeah, that's about right. Doesn't look right, but it is right, I assure you. No sleeping dogs lie never far enough away, glistening in the cold sweat of guilt. I've watched you slowly winding down for years. You can't keep on like this. Now it's better time as honey. Whoa, yeah, I think I like that. Let's save, because I haven't done that in a hot minute. And while we wait, I'll have a sippy of water, and then also coffee, because, you know, might as well do both. And delightful. Okay. So now that we've got our body kind of where we like it, chug, 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 shots, 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 everybody. It's alright, I blew my nose. LOL, I'm so used to 7 TV emotes now that I almost tried to do wide rave time. I don't have wide rave time set up, sorry, bud. It is, we gotta figure that out too, so I can have 7 TV emotes that I can see, because I can't always see them on here. I'll figure that out. That is not for right now. Anyway, let's get our face kind of sorted real quick while we're thinking about it. Boop, boop. Just so we have it. Go like that, like that. Hey, Bard, we just talked about this whole doing it in different colors thing. I'm sure you were in the conversation because you started it. Okay. So that'll be eyebrows, eyes-ish. Well, how big are your eyes? Okay, fairly large. What do your nose look like? What your nose look like? Where your clothes at? Where's Frost? Whoop. Okay, looks just like a normal friggin' nose, dude. Like a normal friggin' nose. So, like a normal face. I said that like it was shocking. So you're just normal. This is a sad song. I didn't mean to put this one on here, but we did it. So then let's push eyes up here. We're just gonna rough out where eyes go for now. Nose here. Mouth here. Eyebrows here. This is where head starts. Ears are gonna have to go a little higher, maybe. We'll see. We'll get there when we get there on that. That's gonna be at some point. Okay. So now that we have this, I also am just realizing I've put this on a spot I didn't want it necessarily. Hold on. I fix. Come down. Because what I want is for this to be... I want my layer that has my symmetry line to be its own layer so I can turn it on and off, but not turn off the sketches underneath. So here's our body sketch. Let's turn this one down. We don't really need you anymore. So now, if you can't tell, I use so many layers. So then this is going to be hair and clothes. So now we're going to kind of rough out like the clothing colors and stuff. We're going to turn our color down to dark blue. Wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels just like I'm falling in the ocean. Okay. You know what I should find is a reference for her musical instrument. Let's do that really quick. Shimmy-san. That's not how you spell that, and I know that. The rain come down. That's close. Yeah. This is a sound I can't believe what I have done. Just to prove that I knew how, yeah. Okay. Because, like, the idea for her instrument originally was... Let me just copy paste. A shamisen? That was her original instrument. Which is this. And I really like it, and I think it's pretty. But my new idea, I want to find it. Need a good reference. I want a good reference. Yeah, I want that one. I want a sitar reference that I really like. Because I think sitars are beautiful. It's going to be hard to draw, I'm recognizing. But an electric sitar would be cool. You know what I mean? This sounds caustic to me. I want a good reference for a sitar. There's a lot of good references, but just of someone playing. There we go. Oh, and she's beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. I kind of want her to have a sitar. I don't know why that feels good too. You know what would be cool is to keep the shamisen, but I don't know. Actually, keep this open because I want my inspo art. I burped, excuse me. If you've ever wondered where I get all my inspo art from, I turn the AI filter off on Pinterest and I'm really picky. Not to say that it's perfect. It's not. There's definitely times when it gives me stuff and I'm like, that's AI. But I try really hard. Anyway. So, our instrument options then are either a sitar or a shamisen. And I kind of want to keep this. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll at least get her hair on. Be bulletproof. I still love the idea of the long hair. Or at least the long, like, tendrils. Because that feels very, like, 80s retro hair. It's very Ghost in the Shell to me. So we'll go like that. And then, like, this. I think that's kind of cool. Especially when it, like, curves at the end there. Now, do we want, like, a blunt haircut? Like, something straight across? Ooh, no. I don't think that's what I want. Let's see. Your time is running out. Maybe like an asymmetrical bang would be cool. Hold on. Cyberpunk haircuts. Female, sir. Let's just kind of look up on the old Googleicious. See what we find. On the Goog machine. I don't know. They're very big into blunt haircuts. It's very exciting. Ooh, or we could do like a cool triangle or something. We can do all sorts of fun shapes, actually. I keep forgetting that, like, space means, like, there are rules, but rules are very subjective. Do you know what I mean? I still love this, so I still love, like, let's look at this for a minute. I still like the shape overall of, like, having, like, a diamond style, and then the tendrils. I think that's good. We just gotta, like, figure out what to do here. I think doing, like, a circle would really... It's all angles, so I think it might be cool to either angle with it, or we could angle backwards, but that feels insane. That's insane. We could also angle from the side. No, I don't hate that. I don't want to do the stereotypical thing I did here, which was I just covered her face. Because I think that... I don't know, that just feels kind of... That's what most... Not most, but that's what a lot of different anime and stuff does for blind characters. Because, you know, they're like, well, blind people don't need their eyes, so they just cover them up. And then it's, you know, it's really cool. And I'm not saying that they might not care, but I've over the course of the years, every time I think back on Lynxanna, I have researched a lot about, like, blind people and fashion and things like that. And 9 times out of 10... they care immensely about what their hair and stuff looks like. Just because they can't see it doesn't mean they don't give, you know? So I think I do want to do something like either like this would be kind of cool. Like a real blunt cut. I don't know. Let's get our outside silhouette done first. Because we also got to match with the ears. So let's kind of... What if we just do just something like that? Just real simple. I think that's cool. And then... I don't know, let's just play around. So we could... Let me turn this off. We could change the part to here. And then have it... Is that crazy? I think he says bare ass vagina every time that line comes up, but I know that's not what he says. But I keep thinking that's what it is. Is that kind of cool, actually? I've accidentally stumbled. I think that kind of rocks, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've stumbled. I don't know how we did it. I don't know why we did it. Yikeroony, I like that. Okay. And then she could even have, like, a cute little hairband or hair barrette that, like, sits here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it could be, like, a little heart. No, that's too much. Or is it? I don't know. But I think I really dig that. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. It's good. Okay. All right. We're doing some. Okay, we're going to cut that. I'm going to sketch in with this pencil, I think. Yeah. We're going to do it a little bigger. But I just want, so I can be like, yes, this is what I like overall. So let's turn our this back on. Let's get our shape. Nope, that's too long. It's got to be really, like, fluffy layers. Because I, in my head, she's still very... Her appearance is very important to her. Even if she can't see it, she knows other people can. You know what I mean? Also, I don't know if she's totally blind. In my head, she has partial vision, like colors and stuff. I've always imagined that because she had deterioration. She wasn't from birth blind. So I've always imagined that she is a color seer and light seer, but like she can't see you. So let's do that. Just so we can get that stuck in. We could put the ears on now, just because we're here. Let's do that real quick. Just kind of and really quick. And then let's just add them in. Yes. We could also add fuzz in here. Wait, everything could be crazy. Oh no, I love that. Like that. Sometimes you gasp so hard, and you don't know what to do with all the gasp. 'Cause I wish you were here. I also realized that last time when we all were together and I was discussing Lynxanna, I discussed the fact that there was a love triangle, which then I corrected myself and said it was like a love line. 'Cause it was. Oh yeah, that's something. That's not nothing, boys. Let's go, lads. It's not the same without you. Okay, now for the hair, do I want to like... You thought we were done with this. You silly. I think I want to do like this. Like this. Yes. Yes. That's good, I think. Oh, I really actually quite dig that so very much, yes. Mm-hmm. Did you get that? Let's save before I regret what I've done here. I wish to not regret it. Oh, I do. Oh, I'm dancing. I'm so stoked. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Ad is also coming in 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Friendly reminder. I don't know how many people are here, but friendly reminder. If you aren't subscribed, you will get a 3-minute ad. I do 1 3-minute ad every hour, so you get more bang for your buck stream-wise, and you also don't get to see, if you're not subscribed, then you don't have... Oh, Alhan's lurking. I see, Dad. Good lurk, boy. Good lurk. But yeah, if you... What am I trying to say? If you aren't subscribed, you'll just get a 3-minute ad once every hour. It's so that there aren't constant ads going. But don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to do art. You'll probably see me in the corner. And also, welcome to the lurking, Alhan. Have fun in the garden. I'll forget the world that I knew, but I won't forget you. Voice could reach back to the past. I'd whisper in your ear. Oh, darling, I wish you were here. We should look at actual cat eyes. That should be a thing we do. Let's look at Lynx eyes real quick. Lynx eyes. Just to get, like, the shape of what we want. Because I think I know exactly, like, what shape I want. Ooh, a good, like, hooded eye would be cutie on her. We could do makeup! Sorry. Oh my god, we can do makeup! Like, wow. I'm normal. Everything's fine. What if... Okay. Put this in my... I have so many references. Okay. A kitty. A kitty! Okay, so if we're just dinking, if we're just goofing, if we're new boot goofing, it would be, if you're drawing like a human eye, it could be like that, and then like that. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, perfect. Put it over here. Put this here. Not quite right there. Hold on, hold on. I've goofed. But like honestly, that's pretty cute. Yes, actually. Perfect. Gosh, golly. If we do that, that's hair. Put you down here. So let's just kind of rough out our snoot. It's just a regular nose. What kind of nose would she have? I drew just like a little of a nose. Because, I don't know, man. What did I do for this reference? Let's make it big again so we can kind of see what we're doing here. Whoop. Just really flat. So... we could give her kind of a, not flat nose, but we could do something of that nature, as it were. We'll do like, what do you thinky? Honestly, just like a little straight nose would be kind of cute. Just something with a little like, not bump to it, but just a little, like that. Yes. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then her lips, I do recall I drew her lips very plump. I think I want them to be not quite as plump. A little plump. Oh, ad break ends in 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah, I would assume. Do like, not as plump, but a little plump. And a little there. Yeah, yes. Do that. Ooh, actually, let's not put an eyelash on the top, but we'll put them on the bottom. And then, like that. And then, I think a hood. You got eyebrows? Y'all got eyebrows? I think you do. Do you have eyebrow? Oh, yeah, she's got, like, sexy eyebrow that's really intense. I don't think you have, like, that intense. I think you have soft brows. I think they're fairly big and soft. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Oh. I like her. I gotta think about her face, though. I think originally I always meant for her to have kind of a stronger chin. That's not a stronger chin, but you get the idea. I love that I made it just like a little soft thing. I was like, little. I don't know. We'll play with that for sure. But for now, let us ride into the sunset. Let's do it in green, just so we can make sure we like what we see. Do it in a darker green, though. So. Is that too big? I kind of love it, actually. I thought I would think it's butts, but it is cool. Do you like that? And then we'll do this. Really exaggerate the fact that her eyes are like half open. And actually, if they're half open, it would be kind of cool to lower... Hang on. Having thoughts? I think we're to the back. Yeah, we're all the way to the front of the playlist again. Which, once again, hope that's okay. Like that. Lying on my back. Ad break ended. Welcome back. We're doing the same stuff we were doing. Silence to me. Alice holding my face and sing me again. Yes, I think I like that way better. Because then you can just go here. And then that would be like that. Well, I don't have to add the iris, because I guess that's usually not present. And then we'll just kind of rough in a brow. Did I give her, like, beautifully polished brows? I don't know. I can't see them. I don't know. I don't know where they are. Good for me. Good for me. Do that. Do that. A little bit of that. Are her eyes too high? I think they're a little high. Let's pull her eyes down. Ooh. Just a scooch, just to see if they need to go a little lower. Yeah, I think just a little lower. They were starting to, like, if ears end here-ish, there was no room for a forehead, and that, you need a little forehead room. Just a scooch. They could probably stand to go a little lower, but that's fine for now. Whoa. I don't know what I did there. Try that again. That was crazy. Now what have I done here now? She looks... Okay, I know what I've done. I see what I've done. I see what I've done. I see. Let's just get rid of that for a minute. I see. She looked like she was, like, looking cross-eyed. I was like, something's not right, but I, for the life of me, cannot figure it out. So we'll leave it like that for now, and then I'll add eyes in later. Although, actually... Do that, and we'll do this. And then I'll add it later. Okay, does that look... Yeah. I kind of... Is it weird? I kind of want to add cute little, like... At the end of the eyelashes. Is that weird? I think it's cute, so it's gonna stay. I like it, so it will live. She will live. The girl will live. Okay. Let's do that. We'll dark blue it so that it all looks the same. Oh, mercy, she's cute as a button. What more could you want from a button than to be cute? Okay. So let's... Itching my nose. Do we want to solidify her body? Or do we want to leave it... I think we should leave it like this for now and kind of focus on clothes. I want to get a silhouette started. Roughly, so I can kind of see what I want. Let's open my board here. What were all of the looks I kind of wanted for her? That kind of... No, I don't know. My original idea for her was still long flowing gowns and stuff. And I'm still not... I'm not 100% against it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still into that idea. The idea is here, and it is prevalent, and I'm not mad about it. I just also... I want to try something else. Okay, let's... We like the hair closed, so that's fine. That can stay. That's perfect, and we love it exactly as it is. Let's maybe do this in, like, a perp. Or a dark red. We'll do a dark red, because that's vastly different from... Can I still see it? Great question. Excellent question, friend. Sketch over. Just do it here, and we're just going to make a new folder. We should save after this. And this is clothing ideas. And this is just going to be a bunch of random ideas for clothes. We're going to save real quick. And we're just going to do them until we think we like something. And who knows? It may be a mix and match. Sorry, I had to put some chappy stick on. Maybe a mix of things. I originally, like I said, I really want to do like something real flowy, like Padme's, like gradient dress. Or what they call that. Naboo dress. That dress. I originally wanted something like that. I don't know if I'm in love with that anymore. It's part of those where, like, I want to still show off that she has these big, strong, powerful, bad butt leggies. But for sure we know we want to at least do something with this. We want, like, a shoe that essentially stops here. so that this part of her feet can feel the ground. I think that's a good idea. Actually, let's stop it closer to here. Because then it does put the pressure here. But that also, in my head, if my, if that part is pushed closer to the ground, I can really, like, feel for it. So let's do this. See, that still feels too close. It needs to, like, end there. Alright, one more time. Hold on. Also, as stated, everything is subject to change. I might end up not liking what I've done. That's always supremely possible. Till you can walk. Do like that. And then it goes like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. So it's something like this. So let's draw that on here. Which, it's a front shot. It's pretty easy. Like Shaw. So we at least know that part. Great. Cool. I kind of want to do something that's like an off-the-shoulder... Okay, because my thought is, if she can't see, I don't necessarily want her to have flowing, like, long, luscious robes, because then she's going to trip all over them silly gooses. And I don't know if I want her to trip so bad. But I really do like the idea of, like, a long jacket that, like, maybe... Because, like, her original one, I did have something like that. But I had the front non-obstructed. So it could be cool to make, like, a coat. Maybe something tiered would be kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Something a little freaking cool. What if... Because my usual MO for clothes also. This is just an aside. My usual MO clothes. Crochet a coat. Yeah, there you go. I'll just crochet her a coat. You know, as I've done before in real life. But my usual MO is like tight pants and then like wavy outside something. Which is fine. And that might be what we do here just because that makes the most sense style-wise for this situation. I'm just trying to figure out like how tight I want to make that. Also, would it be kind of weird to just do like an over or something? I don't know. Hold on. Let's just doodle. Something like this. And then have it hop off the back. That seems kind of crazy. Also, that really messes up her silhouette, I think. Yeah. Because that's the other thing, too, is I want you to see, like, her body. Because she's beautiful, and I don't want to just obscure it with a bunch of over pieces unless it's for a reason. I had this really unprotected in the original. Would it be kind of cool to, like, cover it all up? What if I did, like... Why don't I do that? My other MO is that I leave shoulders bare a lot. So let's not do that with her. Let's maybe cover them silly little gooses up. Unless, if it's a bare shoulder, it's a bare arm. You know what I mean? Like, we'll keep the whole arm open then. But that also doesn't feel very cyberpunk or, you know, 80s whimsical adventure. I mean, this doesn't necessarily feel very 80s. Well, she's got a robot arm. Never mind. You know what? That's pretty cyberpunk. Sorry, ma'am. Excuse me, my ball. Oh. Turning out all wrong. You said it, Imogen. It's turning out all wrong. Lover alone without love. What will happen? Lover alone without love. You know what? Let's try something like... Maybe she needs to be really elegant. Maybe she's like an elegant lounge singer, you know? Maybe it's like big, aggressive, beautiful sleeves that like poof down. Maybe she looks expensive. Do you know what I mean? And then like this is really caged in and like really like form fitted here. Why is it when I'm streaming that it feels like I get the most like text messages and emails? Insane. I don't need all that. Leave me be. And it could be like down to the hips even. It could be like, I don't know. Shh, let me work here. Hold on. They're alone without love. What am I doing? I don't know. They're alone without love. Will you listen? Lover alone without love. I think this is insane. I think what I'm creating is crazy. I will also say, too, if I give her, like, a big dress, I don't know if she's going to be an icon anymore, or a bard. I think she'll be more of a, like, sorcerer or something. It's like, I want, if the way I'm imagining this outfit already is, like, this is just, it's, like, gorgeous gown kind of thing. And it, like, just spills out. Okay, I love it, but it's not the vibe we're going for. Okay, all right. We tried one. We didn't like it. We accept we don't like it. We move on. There are pieces of it I didn't. Okay, what are the pros and cons? I don't know if there are any, actually. I said that like I was gonna find some, and I think it's just kind of bad from the get-go. If you feel me. I'm not in love with that. I burped, sorry. I think, let me do a stare at it for a minute. I think part of it is we really are just like, I need to find a good silhouette. I need something. I don't know what that something is. Well, let's see. Okay, idea. Let's redraw her original fit, kind of. And we'll just kind of, we'll pro and con it. We'll see what we like, what we didn't like, kind of thing. So it goes like that. And it like, I think, sure. Like that. Woof. So, okay, it's fine. We're gonna draw out roughly what this was. We'll talk it out. And I think back to when brother and my sister said. Okay, so, and then it went kind of like that. And then we had like this that went like that. Sure. And then it went like this. Like that. And then you went like that, like that, like that. Ish. Should also be noted this is where her like cane will go, but her cane used to be a hammer that could like collapse. It had like an extendo pole. I don't remember how it worked. I just remember that I designed it once and thought it was really cool. That don't mean that's what it's going to be again. That just means that's what it was. And then we had like this, and it had like little ties on the sides. We had like layer 1. Was this like open on the side? Why, yes, it was. Because you can't stop the music, you know? So it was like plop, 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 plop. Went like that. Then you had the longer one that was like plop, 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 plop. And then you had skirt that was like here. Okay. And went like that. And then it went kind of here, I guess. Because I definitely put it over the hip on this side. But I didn't put these over the hip. Sure. We're just going to do this. And it kind of just pooled like that. So let's just do this. We'll just do that. We're going to make executive choices here. Okay. Pros. I like the color. Okay. Let's be for real here. Pros. I like... Okay, actual pro. I do like how the sleeves sit. I like how they're not fully off shoulder. They're just like, it's like a kiss of shoulder. I actually quite dig that. So we could do something kind of with that a little bit. Something that kind of opens up like that, I think is good. Without being just a full shoulder out. So, hell yeah. We got that going for us. So I like that quite a lot. This silhouette, good. Good. Check. This, bad. I don't really like this giant open area. It just seems, not that it's not like cool and like for other characters it would be. I just don't think that's really her anymore. Part of the reason why it was like that is because every Thundercat lady had like a bare midriff. Like if you look at Chitara or any of them, if they didn't have a bare midriff, it was like a weird bodysuit that then everything else was nude around. So like you had to pick one body part to show off. So I picked this. So like we don't have to do that. We don't have to, but we could like crop top it. Like it could stop here kind of thing. And then we could have something like there. That could be a vibe. Oop, put a check mark back. But overall, this, no, we don't like this big open area. I don't hate this as a whole, like the whole skirt situation. I don't love the tattered look. Obviously, the reason why it was all tattered for the original story was because she was on the streets and couldn't afford to get something better. I just don't find that feasible here. I mean, she's a singer. See my yawned. Oh, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch. Yeah, there it was. But yeah, she's a singer. Like, I would assume it's some sort of a lounge, so I can't imagine that she wouldn't at least have money to look decent. So I'm not in love with the tattered look. This bad. We don't like that. We don't like that. The silhouette overall isn't bad. I don't hate it. But I definitely think we're a little too... We're too square. Does that make sense? Everything is just everywhere right here. We're actually, you know what we are? We're like a rhombus. Like that. And it's just all like, it starts big and it gets bigger. And I think that's kind of, I'm not in love with that silhouette. I don't love how that looks on her specifically. And like if we had a tail or something that we could like put out here, that'd be a little different. But she does, to my knowledge. Do lynxes have tails? I always drew them like they didn't. Lynx. Tail. It's like a little tail. It's like a little one. Because they have like a little nubby tail, but not. Yeah, they have like a little, like a bobcat tail. Because they're bobcat. You know what I'm saying. You get it. You get it. Yeah, they have like a little nubbin. Yeah. I like that I just keep saying, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we gotta do something where it visually... I don't know, man. Alright, let's go on a new layer, but let's kind of just map out this. I liked this. This was good. So whatever happens there, fine. The rest of that, get on out of here. Fed enough of you. Go away. Okay. So what if we... What if we, like... My heart, my pain won't cover up. Okay, I'm big on a high collar. She has such a long neck, it would be really cool to accentuate that with, like, a really high something. Could we do, like... ooh, 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 ooh. Could we do... something like... This specifically is subject to change. But, like... Ooh, and actually, can I make it a little lower? You seem as happy as you have been. My chance of being broken was broken, and now you're Mrs. Him. So if we set it a little lower, like that. And then, could we do, like... It would go like this. Ooh. Like that. See, that already feels very, like, space to me. To have something like that. So we could do like that. And then what would we want to do here? Like a sleeve would be cool. Like a really long sleeve, maybe? But I would have to figure out what I want down here. Let's put your shoes back on. Put your shoes on, girl. Grippers out in public. My goodness gracious. No, I can't take this. I can never take this back. But now I can't change your mind. Okay. It's this area I'm really struggling with. That's what's killing me right now. Would it be kind of cute to just have, like, little shorts? But, like, okay. I wanted to do shorts, I think, on Rhiannon. Like, shorts with, like, the fucking pockets popped out and stuff. What if we just did something really sleek on her? don't love that either. What if we did... Okay. Okay. Thinking. I'm thinking. I think I want to do, like... I don't want to do just, like, a bodysuit. That's what always, like, futuristic girl fits are, to me, is just bodysuit. It's like, I don't want a bodysuit. I want something flowy, but not ungodly flowy. What if we did, like, sleeve? I want to... Okay, we're just going to block. We're just going to block out. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a quick minute. I have to go to the bathroom, so let me BRB you real quick. Where's my BRB? Alright, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Quick potty break. And a reset in my brain. I was realizing I was thinking too hard about this. Not too hard, but I was kind of messing myself up a little bit. What I need to remember is that she is a singer at, like, a bar. You know what I mean? So, like, she doesn't need to be perfect. Or, you know, she doesn't need to be, like, ready to fight or anything. She needs to be ready to sing. And actually, talking to Alhan, lad, sorry, I'm putting a bunch of songs on the playlist. Talking to Alhan was like, well, remember that, you know, in the game Transistor, you know, your favorite game, Red's dress isn't action ready right away. It is originally just a lounge singer dress. And then it becomes the dress. It's like, oh, my Lanta, I forgot about that. I'm trying to find references so I can... There we go. Copy. Show what I'm talking about here. So, boop. I'm sure it just booped. It did boop. So, like this. So, Red's dress originally is this beautiful long dress. And then I need a picture of her from the game. That would be helpful. I would use a lot of cosplayers, but I don't know all these cosplayers, and I'd feel really rude just, like, using their... There, this is art from the actual game. There. That's art from the game. So that works. There we go. So, we have her dress normally, which is all this. So it's this beautiful long dress with the floofy top and things like that. And then during the actual game, it gets ripped off so that she can run around and whatnot. And that she wears someone's coat over the top. I don't need to spoil things if you haven't played it. Actually might play this on stream sometime. So, I think I'm complicating things, right? I'm making it so, like, I need to make an outfit that she can just walk around in and be ready to go. What if we make her two outfits, right? We make her the first fit that's, like, singer in bar kind of fit, and then the second fit is, like, it prepped for fighting. You know what I mean? Movement. So we'll take a cue from this. We'll essentially give her a beautiful long dress. We'll rip the bottom off, put a coat on the top. Let's do that. We're being fools. I'm being a fool. I'm the fool. I am Boo Boo the fool. So let's get back to what we're doing. Let's just draw a gorgeous gown first. Gorgeous gown first. Then we worry about the rest. Ooh, then we worry about the rest of it. I think that's what we needed to do. Okay, I am refreshed. I'm refreshed. I also put a bunch of Transistor songs on this now, so. Baby, are you ready for the bite? I just want to say it to the eyes. So what if we do just give her a, like, beautifully long gown? Like, it's really fitted. Okay. Okay. New idea just dropped. We're gonna do... Okay. Let's do... Nope, that's a marker. Let's do this. I really do like the high neck situation. So we're gonna keep this part of it. I think. So let's keep that. And it goes like that. And it goes like that. Okay. Let's keep that for right now. We'll get rid of that. What if we make it so... Okay. I kind of want to give her, not necessarily a form-fitted dress, just something really long. Just, like, impossibly long. in my head, she's like an opera singer. You know what I mean? I believe they called it a hollow star, so it's like someone who can like project themselves. I think it'd be really beautiful if she just was like able to project herself out onto things to sing. And so therefore she doesn't need to be able to move very much. Makes it sound like she's a prisoner. Inspiration's full again. We're getting there, Alhan. We're getting there. I actually would really, I'm wondering if, okay, hold on. Now I'm getting too excited. So let's just get a very basic silhouette down first, which I think would be really cool to like give it, not a corset per se, but just make it supremely fitted. And like princess seam this up. So it's like princess seam here, princess seam here. It goes down to like there kind of thing. Princess seams, by the way, are the seams that are like here that like really form fit to the chest and stuff. I believe that's what they are. That's what they are, is they're that seam. Under you and your twisted world. You know what'd be really cool actually is if the whole top is supremely form fitted until you get to like here. And then it just like balloons out. That'd be kind of cool. To please you, everything that I need is to. And it just kind of balloons around her. And it could even be something like the front has like a banner part that like, or, okay, hold on. Now I'm getting too excited. Let's just kind of balloon this out here for now. All you had is me, then I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. Okay. So we'll do this. Look at the princess seam that goes down to here. And it'll like seam here. Ish. And then, what if we... Hold on, I gotta look at Padme's lake dress. That's what it's called, lake dress. Let's look at Padme's lake dress real quick. Peace out, heading to my castle. Bye, first mate! Have a good day. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Love you. Oh, wait, I can wave. Wait, hold on. Bye! Oh, heart. Everyone say, have a good drive, first mate. What was I looking for? Padme lake dress. Got there. Padme lake dress. Because it's just very in the front. Oh. Girl. Got lay. So what if we did like an over-the-top front piece that like... Okay, we're just going to go over the top of this. We're going to do it in blue just because I need to draw it in a different color. And it can like... It attaches here. And it is like this pretty collar piece, kind of like Padme's. And it's... We'll make it come down kind of low. And then what if it does? It just connects here. It connects onto the hands here. And it kind of hits there. And then it just frickin' pools all over. Is that crazy? Or should we have it up higher? Maybe up higher would be kind of the vibarino. The ABC. And then it could like cascade like that. Cascade. And it could cascade over her hand like that. Oh, I think I like that better actually, so hold on. Sleeping pills, no sleeping dogs lie never far enough away, glistening in the cold sweat of guilt. I've watched you slowly winding down for years. You can't keep on like this. Now's a better time than any. Whoa. And like this could be that cool like refractive light stuff. There's like a fabric that when you shine light on it, it becomes like this amazing iridescence. So maybe it does like that, and then we can go like that, and then the front will just carry on with its cascade of like overflow. And it'll like pool in the front like this. Like that, and then it just overflows. Oh, my Atlanta, we might have frickin' got somewhere. Holy moly. Okay, I actually quite dig that. So it looks like that, right? And that's her, like, I'm singy. I singy the songs. I write the songs. I've made the songs vibe. And she can even have, like, a cute little, like, I don't know why I think a halo would be cute, but something like that, where it's something up on top of her head that, like, glows and it's really pretty. It'd be kind of cute if she had, like, wings or something. I don't know. A headpiece of some sort. Right. So, I think this is great. And then, we'll do this, right? Because then, when she's in adventure mode, right? Adventure mode. We'll do adventure mode. We got there. Adventure. Oh. So now it's, you know, she's out, you know, say something's happened and now the world is, she's adventuring out in the world. Something went on and now she has to fight for her life. Fight to survive. So we'll put that there and that there, right? And that's that. But we add in, okay, jingle, jingle, stick with me, this, because it's an overcoat of some sort. It goes like that, maybe. And, like, what if it hits right there? Or right there, and then... right there. Something like that. Could be kind of cool, too, to, like, add extra... No, don't. Not right now. Take that away again. Jingle, jingle. And it could be, like, something as simple as, like, just oversized sleevage. Sleeverinos, as the case were. Because then, like, who says she can't have, like, leggings underneath? Like, that would make sense to me, that she'd have, like, some sort of a legging situation under her dress. Like, good night. Be crazy not to. You know? And I've always said it. Just trying to think. It'd be cool if she had some sort of a boot situation. But let's kind of focus up for a minute. Do we want, like, a long sleeve, or do we want just, like... honestly, something just like a big sleeve like this is kind of cool. Because it's like, it's her travel cloak. Cloak? No way. Hold on. Life got crazy for a minute. You know what'd be kind of cool? Is if we keep this... so we keep all the skin tightness of it all. I think kind of cropping the top would be cool. What if we cropped it like this, so that still gives us the illusion of what we had, right? Jingle, jingle. So let's just erase this for a sec. We're gonna lose our princess seam, but that's okay. I don't think that's too bad. From the bow, yeah, just to prove that I knew how, yeah. I kind of wonder if we should make her sleeves longer. No, because I want her hands to be available so that she can, like, touch it and be able to actually, like, interact with the world in a way. But a good cuff would be cool. Oop, a good cuff on the end. Like that. Like that. I want to swim away, but don't know how. Sometimes it feels just like I'm falling. But we can go back to the princess seam. Nya. Like, nya. And then, let me think here. Now we're back to this problem again, right? Where we've got leggies. We could still asymmetric it up. I gotta itch my snoot. Snoot itch. Because my one thing is, do I want to give her, like, thigh highs? I love a thigh high. Who doesn't, you know? Is that too much? And then add her little skirt to it? But we could, like, hike it up on one side, like this. I like that, but I hate it. What do I not like? I don't like this part, I think. What do I not like? I like this hiked up skirt idea. Okay, hold on. We're backing up a little bit. I think part of what I don't like is I miss the princess seams too much. So what if... back it up. If I back it up, is it fat enough? Leave me off my feet. What if we got rid of this? I know we just put it on. I know I was the one that wanted it so bad. I fought for that. But I'm starting to wonder if what might be the best move is like something up here. Like this. And then the sleeves. And like a zipper up there, and then it cuts there. That feels more cyberpunk to me. Something like that. But not quite like that, but something like that. Tick, tick. Not that I'm going for cyberpunk. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's actually focus up on this part and just try and get ourselves where we want here. Way down. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. I kind of want... I know the asymmetry was from this way down. Kind of wanted to go from this way to this way. Although, if she uses her right hand to, like, hold her cane and whatnot, it may be better if it's on this side, because then that implies that it, like, keeps it all out of her way. So maybe let's do that. Well, like, the idea will be that it'll still be really smooth here. And then it'll go to, like, there. And we'll start the crinkle process, as it were. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. So be like that. And then, like, it kind of goes to there. And it can even still come down back here. I think that's kind of cutie patootie. Like that. Oh, this is good life. Yeah, this really was a playlist made in like 2005. It's like something like that. I think I like that. So let's whoop, then go whoop, so we don't have that anymore. On my phone that I don't know. She probably should have a belt of some sort. But then that really messes this up. Unless it doesn't. Will it? Doesn't have to. Yeah, it does. But she could have a holster of some sort. She doesn't have a weapon except for this, as far as I remember. So she doesn't really need a holster. So never mind. Whatever I'm saying. Whatever I meant. Okay. So then we should do like... I know he says Paris to China. I still think it's Paris for China. It's fine. And then let's give her like... Would it be silly to give her leg warmers? Is that silly? Like that. I think that's crazy. Back that up. No. We'll save those for somebody else. I have a dancer. We'll give it to the dancer eventually. But just like a little boot. Like a little boot. Like that. I think that's good. Oh, got an ad break in 3 minutes. For the few of you in here. I feel like I'm finding something in my life. Hopelessly. Hopelessly. 'Cause hopelessly. So much to think about. Something like that. And then maybe a little something to here. Like maybe just a sock. Just a good old-fashioned, like, sock. Is that crazy? Could have a little. It's not a full leg warmer, but it's, you know, she's going out. And then Could even have little openings on the stockings. Say hello, my friends in LA, they don't know. He's gotta stop saying that. And then just a little cutout there, and a little cutout here. Whoa, a little cutout there. Like that. We can even put fishnets under this side. Okay, now we're very bottom heavy, but that's fine, because now we're just gonna... Because we know we want something up here. I'm gonna do this in dark green. A heavy dose of atmosphere goes off safe and soundly, but I'll miss your arms around me. 'Cause I wish you were here. Okay, I like that. Now I just have to do something... Like, part of me really wants a cape, and I don't know why I need that. Space cape seems crazy. Darth Vader did it, but, like, you know, Darth Vader did it, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I want something like this, but that seems insane. I need something, hear me out, if you will. I need something that, like, swishes out like that. Because we're very close down here. We're very svelte down here. So I do need something that's a little bigger down at the bottom. Or down up at the top. I do wonder if I could do... No, hold on. Before we all get excited about the fact that I have made, once again, sleeves like this. I need everybody to just open-minded this. This might be nothing. I might have made a mistake again. I might not have. I think it'd be cool to have a coat that sleeves are... How am I going to word this? You know, it'd be really cool, actually. Hold on. Well, I don't know if it's cool, but it's what I'm doing, so... Up to interpretation. If we fishnet this... I have a coat that I wear, like, when I exercise that's a sweatshirt, that the back and, like, the sides are fishnetted up, but it's the sleeve part itself that's still full. Is that crazy? And then... Like that? And it's just like a... It's like a pea coat, but not. Why do I kind of like that, actually? I was sitting here thinking that was stupid, but I'm kind of in love with it. Uh-oh. 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 That's kind of neat, actually. Oh, darling, I wish you were here. I do. Let me stretch. Oh. If you're here still, you should stretch, too. And unclench your jaw, you silly goose. You don't need to be clenched like that. That's crazy. I also realized I left my door open. Hold on. What a fool. Darn fool I am. I bet tracking went crazy for a second there. Let's see. Did it go crazy? How we doing? Actually, we're okay. We're okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So, I like this, actually, but let's try one more coat idea before I settle on this one. I think I'm going to like this one no matter what, but let's do one more. One more. Because I'm kind of wondering if it would be cute. I already think I'm going to hate what I'm going to do, but here we go. This is what I wanted, all my transistor music. I already think I'm going to hate this, but let's just for fun do this. And it's like giving up. And then so it sits like that, right? Okay. Not over the boob, under the boob, but you know. Wide and deep in time, I see the spine of the world. Then would it be cool if it like cut up to here? No, not like that. Not like that. Like this. And then it like coated. It did coat stuff. Actually. Do whoop, Boop, 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 boop. Like that. Makes her arms really bare, which I'm not in love with. We could add sleeves still. Why couldn't we add sleeves? What if we kept it really... What if we just kept her arms really sheer? And then it sheared out at the end there? And it would be really, like, form-fitted? I mean, that doesn't necessarily fix the problem I was having, but I don't know if I hate it. I know it's mine, twisted inside. I see the spine, so come with me. Fly right over, right over. Sorry, I'm experimenting here. Experimenting. I slammed my penis in the car door. Sorry. You know. Daffy Duck need to let you know. Do I still like that, though? No, I don't, actually. I think I want it to be open. I slammed my penis in the car door. I'm despicable. Transistor, by the way. Amazing game. If you've never played it, I recommend. Or I'll play it for us on stream sometime, because I'll play that game anytime. It's a beautiful game. Not only is it beautiful, the final song in the entire album, the credits song, is what I danced to at my wedding. That was our first dance. So, you know, if you like love, you know, unless you're a fool. Darn fool. I see you hurting what I can. Okay. Sorry. Just seeing how I like this. I might not, so we'll see. Could be terrible. Could be great. I won't save you. Also, the album that's like the corrupted album of songs is really good. I might have to put that on. You're looking for someone to blame. Where you circle the drain. Corrupted version of this track is so good. Yeah. Corrupted, that's what it was. I don't remember what I said, but yes. Yeah, this is my favorite of Corrupted, and actually during like one of the mini boss fights, you hear it all through, and it's so good. Oh my god, I became Haxus from Fern Gully for a minute. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Do I like that? Is it snowing in space? My good fellows, it appears to be snowing in space. Do we like this? Is this a vibe? Hold on. Let's just add this kind of where I think, like, sheer is going to be. Just so I don't get overwhelmed by what I'm doing here. Oh, I already messed it up. Son of a gun. Okay. I could do this smarter. Am I? No. But I could. Let's do it right now. Let's go ahead and fix that situation. And they go. And they go. And they go. I don't know. This is my favorite. One of my favorite songs anyway. When you speak, I hear silence. Every word a defiance. I can hear, oh, I can hear. Think I'll go where it suits me. Moving down to the country with everyone, oh, everyone, before we all become one. Yes, bitch. bitch. Okay, I said I was gonna not swear. Okay, but doing like an under of fishnet to this struck me as something fun. Oh, really fun. Okay. Is this anything? Okay, I like this one actually quite a lot. I thought I was gonna like it as much as I do, but I actually quite dig that. The other one I liked too, which was this one. This one's got more body to the top, which I think I like. Could we marry the two? Hold on. Boop. Get rid of one of these. Put it down here. Is that... What am I doing? I got lost. Okay. Okay. Yes. So can we marry the two a little? And... Oh. Stop breathing. Start leaving. We all become one. Let's go. This is the layer I want. So what if we just erase this? But we still keep it on the hands? We just... The edge inside. Oh. I want you to go away. Below. I sang this for Alhan once when he was going to remix it. Before they made, like, remixable songs. Collision. It's all arranged. Too late for me to... Okay. What if better? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig this too. I think I like this better. This kind of gives her like a ranger vibe without like really committing to that bit. Do you know what I mean? I might actually remove the fishnet up here. Let's see. Sorry, got an email regarding a thing. Nothing big. What if I erase... Okay, I think we're going to erase the fishnet I put up here. And instead make it just the sheer. And I think that looks a little more like futuristic. The fishnets are cool, and I'll keep like the little pop of it down at the bottom. Keep pretending we're one. Oh. That's not quite what I want to do, but it's close. Wah. 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 Step out beyond the edge and start the motion. Wah. And then we go, wah. This was the song I danced to at my wedding. Oh, well, it's fine. To the past, moments pass, and just like that, they're gone. Oh, that kind of rocks, actually. Did we find it, dog? I think we found it. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of all the references just so I'm not overwhelmed by all of the references. Let's just focus on our one reference. I think you're onto something. Alhan, I also think we're onto something. I think I like that overall way more than the original one. And I think and I like this version too. So I think we figured it out. So now, well, we got like an hour before. I could do another hour. Wow! It is suddenly coming down space snow outside. That's crazy. Well, we could begin an inking process then. I really gotta get rid of some of these extra things. I don't need all this, I don't think. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that one. Sorry, we're doing a little quick cleanup crew situation. Pulling from different poles, we're all control. We'll never be apart, and I will always find you, like it's written in the stars. We can run, but you can't hide. Try. Okay, I think this is the sketch we're looking at, so I technically don't need this layer anymore. I think we'll keep it. We'll do this. We will condense you into one whole boy, I think. Yeah, we'll just condense you into one layer. I'm trying to get better about, like, having 80 million layers on. It's just easier to have 75,000 layers. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, don't need you. Definitely don't need that. I will always find you, like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. I will always find you. Sorry, I got real into that for a minute. Anyway, let's do some colors here real quick. But we can't hide. Try. We'll always find you. I will always. This is her blue eyes. I don't know if we're gonna keep the blue eyes. We'll take this, but then we'll probably find an actual Lynx color palette, and we'll see what we can do with it. Anyway. Because I really made her gray, and I don't know if I want her to be super gray. Lynxes aren't super gray, are they? Let's go look. Let's go get a Lynx color palette. Lynx color palette. Because I know someone else has probably made one. Why work smarter? Oh, yeah. Lynxes aren't always this color. They got brown in them. Why did I go with grays? Am I good? No, I'll answer that question. This was also back when I wasn't really into, saying I wasn't into color theory isn't what I want to say, but it's just I wasn't as diligent in my color theory as I am now. Not diligent. And diligent in color theory is a crazy thing to say, because that's not what I mean. But, like, I'm more aware of how colors sit together now. Like, hold on. This is not bad. It's fine. But, like, these grays and these blues, like, the blue and the green and the purple are so saturated and intense compared to her really muted fur tones that it's, like, it's jarring. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's a lot. So we're gonna look at a couple of different color palettes. That's kind of a good color palette, but I don't know if I like that. I do like the slightly grayed out, but not like too grayed out. Do you know what I mean? Where was the one I just saw that I kind of dug? This one's kind of good. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I love lynxes. oh. Alright, this is from Eye Color Palette, so that means someone else made it, which good for them. We'll just use this one for pour now. Pour now, pour for. So let's post. And that's actually a really good color. I dig that, actually. So let's, because that's going to be like your overall. Yeah. So the overarching color of things is that one. This is your dark tones. I like this brown. I know that's kind of more just the background, but I kind of like that to be like these colors. I think I will make her more brown toned. That might be too dark. We'll go back to that. But for now, we'll just grab these colors because that's going to be kind of those tones. I dig. Kind of clash to that brown, so we might fix this ourselves, but we will. We'll use their inspo here. See, and I think that's too bright too. I like this gray. This is a pretty color though. See, I'm not as in love, but I'm not in hate, you know? Boop. Copy. A post. We'll just delete, honestly. Get rid of that for now. And then, wrong. There we go. Okay, did it. And then push them together. Whoop. And we'll just kind of smoosh you over here for now. See, it wasn't very far off, actually. That's the funniest part. It's not... I wasn't wrong, per se. I just really cool-toned that Lynx. It also probably was the reference I had was really cool-toned compared to things I had, so completely plausible. Okay. So let us ride into the sunset. We're just going to put all of the sketch stuff in its own area. We're going to take off the clothing, because I think what I should do is I should probably draw out hands. Am I gonna? Probably not, because I don't like drawing hands. If I'm honest, they're not my favorite. We should probably pretend like we're gonna. Let's pretend like we're gonna draw hands. I should also, I'm realizing, draw her thing. Cane. But it's not a cane. I used to. I'll have to find the... I had a notebook. I have several notebooks. Some might say too many. I don't know who they are, but they're wrong. But I have a notebook where I designed out... could be... I have a notebook where I designed out her hammer. Because originally, the main idea of it was that it was a, like, Thor's hammer. So, hello, Thor's hammer. But it would, like, extend out on, like, one... I think it was one side. So that it had, like, cane style. So, like, one side would come out, and then this would, like, hyperextend, like a telescoping cane. So it'd go like that, so that when it wasn't extended out, or when it wasn't in, you know, hammer mode, this side was put away. Obviously, this is not quite to scale. But then this was where she would hold on to, and then that would be that. That's the idea. I don't mean that's how it worked. That's just, that you know. You know what'd be kind of cool, actually, is if it was just something here, and it was like I mean, this is magical, whimsical space. It could be something as simple as like a light weapon, and when it's in passive mode, it is just a cane, and then like hold on, life could be crazy, actually. Let's hold on. I'm just gonna cheat and use the straight line tool because I don't feel like we're gonna edit that hard. So we'll do straight down, Shaw. Something like that. So, and then let's just do this a wheel quick. Hey, that worked. Alice, hold on my face and sing me again. Edelweiss. So it's like that. And then the, like, lightsaber bottom. This is really poorly drawn because I don't draw straight lines. But, like, the telescoping lightsaber bottom here is, like, when she needs to walk around. And then when she needs fight mode, this comes up like this, and then this comes out into hammer mode. I think that's cool. We're going with that. But we don't have to worry about that right this second. We'll deal with that later. That's not a right now problem. That's a non-problem currently. That is a problem that I don't even know it right now. But I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna write that down. Write that down on actual paper. Hold on. Actually, no. We'll just write it up here somewhere. Right here. Lightsaber. Cane. Hammer. Sick. Okay. There. We have notes. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Save. I've done a lot. Take a sip if you haven't. Wow, yeah, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. 2 hours 57. Cool. Yeah, we'll keep going for another hour, maybe. We'll see. Who can say? Not I. We'll go until I'm tired, I guess. I haven't had runny nose yet, which is nice. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but when my computer heats up too much, I get allergic to it. I don't know what's wrong with it. You can say, well, Bard, you should dust it. And I will tell you, I have. I don't know what in it is the problem, but something in it warms up and it makes my nose run. So, and with the space prices of space RAM and computer parts, that might not be a thing I rectify for a while. That looks insane, but not, well, it's buck wild. Perhaps a little hog wild even, but we'll fix it. Dusty and daylight. Can I? No. I don't want you to be the thing. Back up. You're the one that I need to do different. Like that. Ish. That'll work. This is just getting hands to a better spot. We'll do like that. And we'll call that. And then... Oh, how do hands work? Okay. So we have that, and that's like that, right? Then we have you, and then you. Like that. And like that. Sorry. I have to reteach myself how to draw hands. You know who's really good at hands? Carissa Bees. Carissa Bees is phenomenal. Every time Carissa Bees draws hands, I think the world is a little brighter. I also realize I'm using my hand as reference, and apparently my thumb bend's weird, so is my middle finger, though, so... let's do this, and we'll just have the two middle fingers kind of sit together, and then... Is that too long? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Your middle finger should be almost the length of your palm, so I think my fingers are too long. Yes, a little bit. Steady hands, just take the wheel. Also, please tell me if you're getting sick of the music. I will change the music. Whoop. That's better. Do it a little smaller. There we go. That make more sense to me emotionally. Okay. Okay. So now we can do this. And now we'll go to inking. Can't believe it. Inking. I can't be... I am going to try and actually, like, put what these are. So this will be hair. The next one we'll do is ears. Then we'll do face, chin, and then eyes will be their own thing, or irises. Iris, or sclera, iris, colored part. Sclera. No, sclera's the whole thing. It don't matter. Eyes. I know what I meant. And then we'll do upper and lower. That said lover. And then this will be inking body. And then we'll do another one inking, and it'll be inking formal. And then inking adventure, we'll say. Yeah. Yeah. I am Lord. Yeah. Let's pick different music. Now we don't have to like be in the 100% mood for what we're doing. You know what I want to listen to? I want to listen to the Gorillaz album that came out. Sorry, that means you have to listen to that. Well, you don't have to, but that's what we're going to listen to. Enjoy. Or don't, I guess. I don't know. Live your dreams. Let's just use a dark blue. I want to use a dark blue. Yeah. Well, let's do... Yeah, we'll still do a dark blue as our inking coular. And now we begin the Zen portion. Enjoy. It's getting chilly in my room. Alright. And once again, if you're hanging out, thanks for sticking around. Hope you're enjoying what's going on. If you're not, I don't know, man. Sorry, I guess. But yeah, the last half of stream will probably just be inking, and we'll probably stream till the album's done. I don't know how long this album is. How long is this album? Hour. So we'll stream until the end of the album. And then we'll call it there. I'll do that, and then do... Oh. Hey, that's kind of cute. Works for me. I'll only be working for a little bit longer than that. Okay, well, then there you go. Perfect, Alhan. Do I like how that looks? The tails are a little smaller than I wanted. What if we... like that. Give it a little flip at the end. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Oh, okay. No, it's cutie. I love that I like go back and forth where I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm amazing, actually. Actually goated. Let's fix that a little bit. And then we'll do a line like that. And then we'll begin our silly bangs. Like that. I think that's cool. Oh, I really dig that. Okay. Yes! Sorry. Didn't mean to, like, yell. Here I am, like, vibe out, guys. Vibe with me. Turn up Spoofy a little bit. Just for you guys. Is that a good volume? I think so. I tink. Ooh, I'll have to do your tufts. Like that. The mountain. If you're wondering who keeps saying the mountain in the background, that's Dennis Hopper, where in Demon Days, he read Fire Coming Out of the Mountain's Head. If you needed that information, which you didn't, but now you have it. Ear fluff. The mountain is where all good souls come to rest. I wonder what this will be about. Weird. Do you like that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Do that. Get rid of ear. Do. Get rid of that. Like that. Yes. So we go. Boop. Oh wait, nope. You fool. You darn fool. You absolute silly goose. I forgot that some of this doesn't get erased. Like a darn fool. That's me. A darn fool. There we go. And then we go down to hair. We'll get rid of the hair. And if you've wondered, yes, I have listened to this album like 16,000 times. Roughly. There we go. Okay. So let's get your face dealt with. I really like the little dots on the end. I think that's cute. That's too many. Just do the one. I think the soft eyebrows are good. I was going to be like, I don't know if I like this, but actually, I mess with those. I'll frick with those every day, dude. Like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. This is a casual reminder that if no one's hyping you up, hype yourself up. As much as I like to call myself silly goose and stuff a lot, I am my favorite hype person. You gotta hype you up because, you know, sometimes nobody else will. Is her face too big now that I'm looking at it? No, I don't think so. I think her head might be a little too big for the rest of her body, but we can... Grinning beginnings, my friends. Auspicious awakenings, my dudes. We might start saying hello that way. like a boat that float. Top that float. Top that float. Sorry, I was busy. I don't know if you could tell I'm bopping. Float. Top that. Ah! Grills were on SNL last weekend. I didn't watch it because I don't watch SNL, but I heard that it was frigging incredible. Which, of course, it was. It's Grills. I can't help but feel like her head is still too big or small or something. Chin's too close. Okay. Try that again. There we go. And then can we make your head just a skosh smaller? I don't need it to be too small, just a wee bit, just a wee bit. Maybe just a little bit. That looks better. Yeah, even just that, like, tiny amount looks way better. Okay. We can always fix it a little more if we need to. Okay, I am going to get rid of that. I actually wonder if I want to put... I gotta go look at blind eyes. Sorry, 1 second. Because a lot of blind eyes still have color to them. Most of them do. It's only if you have, like, cataracts and stuff. Amen. Love this song. Because, yeah, most blind characters don't actually look blind. Or, hold on, I know what I'm trying to say. So maybe what I should do is just, it's a color thing? I mean, I don't know. Part of it is that I want to, like... I think it might kind of be better to have a more physical show of, like, being blind. Like, blind cats, that sounds weird, but, like, cats, they always get that, like, not milky look, but it, yeah. We'll leave it like that. I've seen people that when they're blind, they actually don't seem to have a pupil. I don't know, whatever. We'll leave it for now. Alice will be your mind, will be bright. So we'll actually leave her eyes for now, and we'll just work on the rest of the body quick. Oh, what a happy land we live in. Oh, what a happy land we live. Oh, what a happy land we live in. Do I need to move her head over a little bit? A little bit? Like a little? Maybe a little. Can't sleep well at night. Of your mind. Yeah, I think her head needs to go over a scooch. Let's grab all this, all this, all this. Yeah, I think that still needs to sit in the quote-unquote middle. That makes sense. Let us look and see if we like that. Yes. Okay. All right, good. So, hey, cool. We have our symmetry line that is also our, like, middle. Cool. Cool. More bad news. I didn't need that. Back it up. Sleep well tonight. Whoa. That'll work. Will be bright. do that. There we go. Get rid of that. Actually, there we go. Just to connect it a little more. Do I like that? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Arori. Oh, I'm very happy already. You know, sometimes when you're working on something and you just, like, get excited, you're just like, oh, cool. That's what I wanted. How did you know? Let's not get rid of that quite yet. Let's make sure we like where the head sits before we erase all of that. Ooh, the pressure change from the sudden weather in space is giving me a headache. It's alright. We keep working. Oh, not quite what I wanted. Still not quite what I wanted. Do that. I'm back from a meeting that once again went oh so long. Can I get a zoom out? Of course you can. Oh, you missed like clothing design? Okay, so this is where we're at, right? Okay, well, wait. Yeah, this is where we're at. Welcome. I didn't see the Luke. Okay, all right. Hold on. We'll back up a little bit. So we'll get rid of that. Well, actually, we'll keep it because the head is higher than in the other. It's fine. So we have the body. We like it. This is our face. We're into it. We love it. Which goes with, now we'll get rid of that. Our fit. Where am I emotionally? So this is a birthday. Oh my god, stop. So this is our like dress. This is our like, we are singing, we are lounge singering, we are vibing, we are the life of the party. This is when she is working. And then we went from that to adventure mode. So then this is when she, you know, has to go out into the world and help somebody, or, you know, go out and be, oh yes, love the, yeah. So then this is adventure mode fit. So now it's, you know, her dress, but just like shortened up. And this is what's underneath it. And then she's got this little overpiece. Yeah. And then I'll draw her little cane, which we did decide. I decided it was a group effort. The sleeves. I'm glad you like the sleeves. I love the sleeves. Oh my god. Okay. So I decided it was a group effort of one, I guess. But I've decided that originally I drew it out. And of course I don't have it anymore. But originally her like cane that she used to walk around with was a like hammer that would like a Thor's, like a Mjolnir that would then like compress into like a walking stick. But we're in like magic, whimsical space opera land, so it could be a lightsaber essentially. So like a part of it is always there. It is always like a cylinder that exists with like a top that she can hold on to, and then it can go into like cane mode, so it can just have a giant cane stick that comes out the bottom that she can hear and clunk. And then when she's in fight mode, it has a smaller handle and then the big hammer part. I think that's what we're gonna do. I like that. So that is what we're doing right now. And right now we are just inking our body. Oh my god, yes, I love it. Yeah. Okay, cool. I am glad it is loved. It makes me happy. We had to take a break. I got overwhelmed because I just wasn't liking anything I drew. I drew like 8 different fits before. Well, not 8. That's a little exaggerated. But I drew like 3, and I couldn't. Nothing I drew was good. And then I had to go have a bathroom break and complain to Alhan while he was at work and be like, what am I doing? And then Alhan was the one that was like, hey, why don't you just take a leg from like Transistor? Red doesn't have to always be, you know, her original fit isn't an adventurer's fit. It's, you know, it's her gown. And I was like, oh, you're so smart, son of a gun. So that is why we have that fit. I also realized I didn't draw hands the way I should. That'll work. And we'll just do that. And then we'll do a little finger. I don't have to be transistor. Yes, the great inspiration is perfect. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I have to be better at this, and I'm really thinking too hard about hands. No one's gonna be looking at hands. I mean, if they do, I guess I don't know what to tell them. Oh, and then we're listening to the new Gorillaz album, cause I don't know, man. It needed to happen. We'll do that. And I figure I will stream, like, I don't know, another half hour or so. Half hour. We're at 3.5 hours of stream, so maybe another half hour of stream or so, and then we'll call it there. But, you know, we'll see. What am I doing with this hand? My goodness gracious. Wow! She's getting away from me. That'll work. And we'll do, like, that. That's what I should have been doing. Yeah, that'll be a good place to call it, probably. Yeah. I said originally we'll go until the album's done, which the album's an hour long. We're already at song 6 of 15, so we'll go until the album's done. Maybe we'll re-listen to another one song if we really like one. And oh, I see. I've done a foolish thing, but we'll fix it. There we go. That's not quite what I needed to do, but it's fine. There we go. Except for I need you to not be like that. Make it smaller. There you go. There we go. I didn't have to work that hard. I did, though. Golly, I did. Do that. I also still want to make sure... Do I like where the head is? I think we're going to put the head on its own layer so I can mess with... Or on its own folder scenario. I was also trying to figure out eyes and if I wanted them to be, like, stereotypical cartoon eyes or not. Still not sure on that one. Head inking. There we go. I was like, what am I doing here? Okay, and then lower. Yoink. Nope. Yoink. And then yoink. Nope. There we go. I had to commit. The hardest thing about inking is just committing to the line and being like, yeah, that's it. That's what it is. God, I like this album. I'm sure most people are sick of me talking about how much I like this album. Too bad. No. It's just really good. It's just got a good, like, nostalgic feel. Oh, ad break coming. Ad break in 3 minutes if anybody that's not subscribed is watching. If you are subscribed, then I guess don't worry about it. You can be fine. You just hang out. Ooh, I do need to look at how I drew feet in this one. There we go. So I definitely changed how. There we go. Okay, now you go away from it. Oh, wait, no, actually stay. I'm a lion sack of poop. There we go. There we go. Okay, now you may leave. Now you may be excused. There we go. Get the feeties drawn and then we'll connect. It's a chastened man. His name is Chasen. That's not true. That was kind of a quick and dirty foot. Ew. Oh well. Nope. Well, actually. Whoop. We will just do this. Whoop. Whoop. Boop. Like that. And then like that. What have I done? Back up. I've done too many silly things now. Alright, we'll just do that actually. That's fine. Whip. And then we do this. 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 He's going to Sizzler. That's not what he said. Unless he wants to go to Sizzler. He could go to Sizzler. There we go. Wow, that actually worked out. Rare. A rare Godzilla free day. What happened here? Who took a bite out of this? Who ate this knee? There we go. Okay. So that's that. Do we still like where the head sits, or do we want to move it? For fun, let's imagine it. I think that's too high if I put it there. Oh, no, it's not. Measuring, hold on. Okay, that actually I think is where it's meant to be. Now, this does imply we're gonna have to move the goalpost. No. Oh, it's too far. Okay, sorry. Just gotta move the goalpost slightly. There we go. Okay. So now we erase this. Now we can officially erase all these lines. Phenomenal. Okay. So now this is body inking. We're going to copy this twice so that one can go into the formal and one can go into the adventure fit. So let's do the formal fit first. I love her eyes a lot. Great idea with the little dots at the end of my lashes. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like had a... You know what it was? Is I saw somebody talking about eyelash accessories from like the 50s. And apparently that was a big thing they used to do in makeup at the time. What am I doing? Is at the end of their eyelashes, like their falsies, they would put little drops of like glue and stuff to put these little... Or like little rhinestones or things like that. And I thought that was cute as hell. And I was like, wouldn't that be cute on eyelashes? So, and she just seems so good to have that on. I don't know. She just seems like, that seems correct that she would have that. All right, you are, there we go. I was like, what am I doing? There we go. Do this. And then we'll just start inking the gown. So, do this. And I actually don't know if I want to, like... I want it as tight-fitting as possible, so I think I'm actually gonna really keep the under-inking, if that makes sense. Oh, nope. Like that. And then we'll follow. And I might not even ink those this color, but we'll do it for now. So we get our princess seams that go down. I wonder if I want to keep these seams. I think so. Yeah, I'll keep it for now. I like these ones. I think these are just not sitting where I want them to, actually. Hold on. Let's look at a princess seam on a dress real quick before I start being a crazy goose. Let's see. Princess seams. On gown. On gown is what I should look at, not just in general. Not helpful, turns out, when you look for just that. Ooh, my hands are getting cold. Okay, so it does just go. It continues down. Unless you have like a... Oh, okay. Okay. I see what I'm looking at. Phenomenal. Okay. So we'll... Technically, there should be a seam here, too. I don't necessarily want that there, so... We are just gonna... We'll put them back. And then... That stays there, but then... Start... Do this. And then... Do that. And I actually think it'll be cute if it, like... bubbles up. And then do that. And then we do wah, and then we go like wah. Like that. Or is the bubbling up too much? I don't think so. I think it's really pretty to have it really bubbled. No, actually what should bubble up is the we'll leave it for now. I don't know what that noise was I made, but you know. Do that. Oh, no. Ooh, actually, what should happen is the bubbling should also start out here. And it should, like that. Like that. Except for not like that, but like that. Do this. And then... Oh, not quite. I stopped too short. Like that. And then... Like that. I think I dig that. So then next, lar. And then let's ink that. Let's get rid of the red dress so that I don't have to keep looking at it because I was getting confusioned. I'm going to ink this in like a crazy color so that I can really see it. This green is not what the final product, but I just need to be able to see the contrast of it. So let's do... like that. And then it goes whoo, like that. Yes. And then you have a little thing here to hold it on your arm. And then you have one here. Yes, I think that's pretty cool. And then, now we start the arduous task. I'm gonna do this. He's very open. I don't know, maybe I heard that, but he is. And the amount of concentration I'm doing to like do folds is very funny to me. Just and then like that, because then you go wah, and you go wah, and then you go wah. Man, I really got silent for a little bit just working on that. Holy moly. Okay. Like that. And then on this side, it's like that. Is that not the truth? Like that. And then that. And then that. And then one. And then one. And then oh my god, one. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not what I wanted. Do that. Yes, I think that's what I like. The dance floor. Oh. At the disco. Okay. So now, to really see what we're doing here, we should go in the body copy and erase, like, I mean, honestly, getting rid of the entirety of the legs is probably the vibe. Yeah. Honestly, that fixed most of what I was looking at. Cool. Okay. All right. Far out. I'm glad we did that. And then it would be this. Well, kind of depends on where you're looking. You. Me, I'm just searching for hours within. Nope. That one. So then you go like that. And then. It was the, what is it? The something breeze. Heck yeah. Delirium. Alright, girl, calm down. Girl. This man is talking about delirium. When we talking about delirium, we can dig it. Okay. For now, we'll leave it like that. We will fix a little more afterwards, but I just want to get the idea sorted. So now we got this, and the adventuring clothing, which I'm very excited about. And actually, I need you to be a little less. Not you, I guess. I'm a liar. You can be a little less. Just getting a little overwhelmed by everything I was looking at. Okay. So, whoop. Let's just start from the dress. Delirium! That man is upset about delirium. Let me tell you. Oh, are you your own layer? Oh, no, you're not. I'm a fool, it turns out. Well, let's do this anyway. Put it up here. Do you say peg leg? I'm gonna talk about peg legs up here. Sir. Alright. We're gonna get rid of all this, because we don't need you. I do find it funny that Brad suggested the rocks, and I ended up using them as the silhouette idea for the bottom of the dress. He had a good idea. I don't know what to tell you guys, you know. Great ideas just need to be recognized. Oh, I'm in the wrong color. There we go. Now you read. Is this Damascus? I think so. I like this song. Whoa. My computer was like, hold on, I have to save something. I don't know what, but it did. Good for it. Do that. Do that. Do that. And there we go. Whoa. Delirium is a great new age music group. Also, this album's great. You were kidding. I'm saying. I'm saying it's pretty phenomenal. I'm glad you agree, because this is my whole new personality for a little while. I'd apologize, but do that. There we go. Yeah. That makes more sense. This is like my favorite song. Erase that off there, though. Ah. Dance it out. Man, VOD watchers are gonna be disappointed. I'll be like, what are you dancing to? Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'd never dance. That's silly. There was a fly. I love that I always put a slouchy sock on art. I can't help it. Slouchy socks are good. You don't want me to put a slouchy sock on something? Psh. You must not like me very much. Slouchy socks just look good. Yes, I'm loving this. Just... Okay, sorry. I don't know what that looked like on the model. I'm sure it looked crazy. Okay. Let's put the shoes on. I feel like these shoes need to be a little more spacey. I'm not sure what to do to make them more space. Probably lights or something. Honestly, a cute little, like, something hanging off the sides would be kind of cutie. Maybe some sort of a light up, something there. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. Although we should do, like, a little back of the shoe thing. No, that's silly. We'll leave it for now. But we could put a little that. A little that, you know. You guys know that. Like that. Let's put your tights on. Tights. They're stockings. What a fool I am. Actually, then it would be cute to do this. And then let him just go the rest of the way normal. And then and then we'll put a little bit of fishnet as a treat. I've earned it, you know. This is a weird bit. My fingers are getting so cold because I got the window open. We're not at the end of the album. Once we're at the end of the album, we'll stop. I don't know where we are at the end of the 12 is 15, so we're almost done. Maybe we'll start doing this where we just start listening to albums. What did I do here? Yeah, maybe we'll do this at during streams where we'll just start listening to tunes. What? Oh, I see. That's the end of the leg. I was like, what have I done? Am I weird? Kind of, but I figured it out. We're good. Okay. So then let's put the coat on. Like that. I don't know why I thought he said the Coke machine. I was gonna say that's not as, it's kind of worse actually. Being replaced by the Coke machine. I don't want to be replaced by the Coke machine. That sucks. Shadowy light. Like that. Oh, yes. Most good, Newman. Most good. And then we can end the fingers, or end the, like that. I think that makes sense to me, that it ends there. Those can stay exactly like that, that's fine. So let's erase. And we can clean up some lines, maybe do a little bit of color before we end. That's a treat, because we've been so good. We've all been working very hard, very diligently. Oh, most yes, for sure. Okay, let's get rid of this for now, so I don't need to keep looking at it, because it's starting to freak my brain out. I wasn't able to see what I needed to see. Alright, we're going to do this. So we'll do that. I actually can use a little bigger. Do that. You. Am I insane? Like an insane person? No, that's fine. That can stay there. The other guy's gonna get erased. That. Like that. Anything else around needs to be erased on this layer. No. Well, you can get erased. You aren't as necessary on this layer. Up we go, down we go. Upsy downy. We'll do this. Oh, because I'm realizing. Well, we can fix that. Let's do this. Hold on. Like that. And now it looks like a coat. And that's fine. And that looks great, actually. So it's okay. There, see? We fixed it. Quick solutions for things I don't want to think about. That's fine. I also have to remember I don't need to be so precise about the erasing. It's fine. It will be okay. There's that. Leggy layer. Do this. Nope. Do that. Yes, that's fine. There we go. There's that. Then what gets erased? You. I love that erasing things is really a puzzle sometimes, where you're just like, where are the pieces? I don't understand where I put them. That's what it feels like every time I do it anyway. I always feel like I'm like, I don't know what that belongs to. Gotten better at it, but... Okay. So then you get erased. Oh, we're going to Casablanca. Frankly, my dear, you know? There we go. Oh, biscuits. Okay. Okay. Now, we erase all the extra bits that don't need to be. Which isn't actually too many pieces. Did pretty good on the cleanup overall. It could have been worse. And then the coat is on this layer. Should be everything. Okay. Okay. Oh wait. Oh oi, oi, oi. 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 It's fine. Leave it. Okay. So, we now have... Oh, I should really draw her lightsaber thing, but I don't want to right now. I'll do that off stream. So I don't... Mechanics are confusing, and I don't feel like dealing with all that. But we could at least put some colors down on her body layer. I think we'll do that. Let's do that before we... body bear. So we'll do inking in there, and then plop colors. We will at least get the colors down on this before we end. Are we on the last song? Nope. We got this song and the last one. So we got a little bit of time left. So heck yeah, we got time. We got time. We got time. We might take a little extra just to see what colors we want to put on things. Because I'm still not sure about colors. Let's save first before I get too excitable here. I almost closed. Wow, I would have actually crashed out. That would have been incredible. It wouldn't have been. You see, I'm lying. That's my lying voice. What I do want is let's just look for like synthwave color palettes. I know they're like purples and blues and stuff, but like there has to be a bunch of different ones. You know what I mean? There are a bunch. I suppose the real question is, okay, this is how I start this process. Is she a gold or a silver wearer? I think she's gold. She looks gold to me. And that's going to inform, I think, what color palettes we go with. Yeah, gold. See, yeah, I think she's a gold person. And if that's the case, then, I mean, the world's kind of your oyster with gold. But that means, like, you can use, like, all the cool synthwave, like, backgrounds that have, like, sunsets as your, like, color palettes and things. Because that would be really pretty to, like, warm her up, but, like, use some blues and stuff. That could be kind of cool. We'll keep that in our back pocket. But we know for sure she's a gold. Helpful. Helpful and good. We like that. We enjoy. We are enjoyers. Our base color that we kind of picked from our color palette we found was this brown. I wonder if we can kind of, not super orange it, but just warm it a scooch. Grab it again. Could we like that color? Is that much different? No, not really. Alright, well then, fwick it. We might just leave it. It's a little different. It's a little warmer. It's not ungodly warmer, but it's enough to kind of make a difference. I don't know if I like that. We'll use the original one, and if we don't like it, we'll go back. But let's just fill her in first with this overarching color, because we can figure it out later. My back button wasn't working for a minute. We're good. Everything's fine. 'Tis fine and dandy, my liege. Yeah, we'll just color her whole body in this color, and then we'll kind of work back. You know, this would be a little easier to do one side at a time if I just do this real quick. I forgot. I had a ruler. Oh my god. Why I got 75,000? I get more emails sitting doing streams than I do any other time. I didn't know I was popular, but apparently. Although it is from Legends of Vantress, it could be something exciting. This is the last song, everybody. But we'll like listen to like one or two more. Just to like really solidify that we're good, you know. I need to erase. I totally forgot that there's some inking there I needed to deal with. Ah, fool! It's not bad. I just... You know. There we go. I was like, that looks crazy. I don't know why. Should I do that? No, I don't think she has long hair back there. I think it's all really short in the back. Okay. This song's called The Sad God, by the way, because it's the end of the album and it's the end of Reincarnation. I've also realized, just looking at my model while I was doing stuff, I really hold my head sideways. I do like this a lot while I'm doing stuff. That's insane. Maybe my head's crooked and that's why I do it. This way it looks like it's sitting normal. I don't know. Could be anything. Vidal Sassoon? No. He didn't say that. I should have like drawn these hands way better, but that's not for me right now. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't even. Ew. Can't believe I didn't fix that. What's wrong with me? Actually, put that one back. Put you back. You go away. And then we go here. No. And then we go. And then we go here. Get rid of that one. There we go. I love that I'm just like, ew, gross. It's a line. Calm down. It felt gross. I don't know what to tell you. I already feel like she needs to be a little warmer in tone. Not super warmed up, because lynxes are not super warm toned, but just a little warmer. Or at least the like brown needs to be a little more something. I haven't quite figured it out yet. We'll futz later. I'll probably futz off stream. Who knows? Not I. For sure not me. I at least want to get the like arms and feet sorted before we get done. Put the hair color on. See if I dig it. See if I want to keep her hair color that color. It could be any color I want, realistically. Oh, to just have so many options. Insane. Now's the end of the album. And now we're back to the beginning. Alright, we'll play one more song, and then we'll call it. Let's play... Friggin'... Maybe she dyes her hair. Maybe she does dye her hair. You know, I mean, to keep up with fucking twins and stuff. Maybe. That actually could be. You know what? I have the Thundercats playlist that I made a long time ago. That someone in chat also made. Let's see. What songs are on here? Here, we'll play the last two. There you go. Maybe she does dye her hair. And then she can have like her roots kind of show through. So her hair could be like originally a really dark color, but then you have like all these different colors. Thundercats, baby! Yeah! Yeah! Thundercats! Thundercats. I will once again evangelize for Neon Odyssey. If you haven't become a VIP, please do, because then you get to see all sorts of cool stuff, and you also get to go watch other people create their characters. It's been so fun to just like go into different chats and see people be like, well, I'm thinking of making this character, or I drew random art of this, and this is the idea I had. It's like, oh my god, you're all so creative. It's wonderful. I love it. Okay. So she's got like a lighter tummer. I might actually use that color as her lighter tummer color. I think that's going to be the vibe. Because, okay. Because I still have the other Claudaren, and I got, what's his face? You can't really see him. But she's like, she's orange and got that. I don't necessarily need to, like, be so aggressive with, like, my face contour and stuff. You know what'd be cute, though, is if I did this. Whoa. Not that. Hold on. Back that. Dun, 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 up. But did this, because Lynxes have that under eye color. And so just did a little, like that. That's so subtle. I actually think we're going to have to do the white if we do this color. I think we'll have to. Yeah, I think we'd have to do the white so that it's actually noticeable. Which is fine. It's kind of pretty. I am not mad about it. Actually, we'll make it a little big because we'll do her ears quick. Like that. And then we'll clean up. Ooh, I'm getting a really cold. I might have to call it sooner rather than later because I'm a chilly little feller. But I didn't sneeze, and that's got to count for something. Something's happening.